Samantha and I just finished canning the last harvest of tomatoes, which was about 2.5 flats worth. So I'm gonna quick go check in the garden and see how the other tomatoes are doing. The plants are starting to look a little rough, and we've got some blight happening, but it looks like, looks like I need to get back out here and pick again so I can can tomorrow. We've realized quickly this year that we just don't have enough garden space to grow all the food that we want to for our family. So we've made a decision to double our garden space, and I thought we were going to wait until fall to do that, but as I've been canning in the house, Kevin has gotten inspired to go ahead and start digging that second garden. This is the big garden area, and the new garden area will be right back there. One of our current challenges that we're facing right now is that our summer garden is still producing, but it's time to plant fall garden. And in the spring, when the spring harvest is coming in, we should already be having our summer crops already planted. So by having two separate garden areas, we'll be able to use one garden for spring and fall and the other garden for summer, and then every year we'll be able to switch those back and forth so that we don't have plants in the same garden year after year.
Well, if you've been following us for any amount of time, you know that our garden is very important to us here on the homestead, and we've been saying for quite some time now that starting next year we're going to actually be doubling the size of our garden. Well, today is the day that I'm going to finally start breaking ground on our new garden area. It's going to be a 75 by 50 foot area that we are going to start breaking ground on today. I went over to a friend's house yesterday. He's loaning me a single bottom plow that I'm going to use. But what we did first of all is we took an old spring off of one of his trucks, and we made just a single kind of tooth so that I can rip this ground up real good first of all. And then I'll come back through with the actual plow and try to turn the ground over. So I've got the plow attached to my tractor here. I wanted to show you the tooth that Joe helped me make for this yesterday. Again, this is off of an old spring from a truck. We just took it off, cut it in half, and then made these teeth. You guys, if you have the opportunity to make a friend like Joe, Joe is a guy that I met at our local farmer's market. He's about 80 years old. Has been one of those guys who has just done about everything. He spent most of his life farming in Georgia, has lived here in the Ozarks for about the past 12 or 15 years. But he's just one of these guys who can fix anything, has just done it all, and is so willing to teach and so willing to pass his knowledge on to the next generation of us who want to learn how to live this kind of lifestyle. So I suggest if you have the chance to spend time with a guy like this, you do that. and you just pick their brain and you learn as much as you can from them, because they're disappearing. They're not going to be around forever, and a lot of these skills that these guys have is going to be lost. So go ahead and find someone that can kind of mentor you and really teach you. And I would have never thought to make these out of old truck springs, and to Joe it was just like a no-brainer. That's what you do. So we're going to use this first. We're going to try to rip down as far as we can and just kind of loosen up the dirt. Then I'll attach this, and we'll come back through and we'll use this to really kind of turn the dirt over. Now I'm not really sure if this area has ever been gardened in by the original owner of this property. I don't know how rocky this area is going to be. It's right near our pig pen, and I can tell you when I dug the pig wallow, I dug down about 18 inches or more for the pig wallow, and I didn't hit many rocks. So I'm hoping that that means this area won't have a whole lot of rocks either. But this is the Ozarks. The one thing that grows the best around here is rocks. So we won't know until we get started. So let's get started. Alright, so I got the first pass done. I went over the entire thing with the single tooth that we made. And good news, I really didn't hit any big rocks. And really no big roots of anything either, which is actually kind of amazing. I thought maybe there'd be some old stumps or something I'd uncover, or some big roots from some trees, but really nothing that I hit, which tells me this is probably going to be a good spot for the garden. So I'm going to switch to the other blade now, and then I'm going to get out there and go over this again now with the other blade and actually turn the dirt upside down. I'm done with as much of it as I can get done for today. I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. I still need to either till or use a disc on this before we'll be ready to plant. So it's up in the air yet at this point if we're going to plant this fall in this garden or if we'll have to wait until next spring. I only have a hand tiller, which I used a little bit in here this afternoon. That's just not cutting it in this hard dirt, even though I was able to use the tractor to plow things up. The dirt's still pretty hard, and I did end up finding some, decent sized rocks that are just too big for my hand tiller. So I either need to rent or see if I can find a good deal on a tiller or plow for the tractor. So we'll see. It'll work itself out, and we'll get it done to either plant yet this fall or next spring. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If this is your first time visiting our homestead, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. To all of you traditionalists who come back every day, thank you so much. And until next time, thanks for stopping by. Take care, and God bless.